Okay, you ready? Excellent. All right, welcome everybody to the Political Science B Junior Varsity Finals Round. Congratulations all of you for making it this far, and good luck to all of you in this round. My name is Charlotte. I'm going to be your moderator. Nova is our scorekeeper, and so we will do score checks throughout the round. We'll probably do every 5 questions or so, just to make sure that we are staying accurate. You also have the word up here to be able to check.
Is scoring the exact same as
semifinals? Yeah, correct. Okay, everybody ready? Let's do it. Okay. Toss-up question 1. Pierre Mendes France spearheaded one country's delegation to this conference a decade before serving as prime minister.
France?
Incorrect. Fred Vinson was part of the U.S. delegation to this conference alongside Harry Dexter White and the Secretary of State. The United Kingdom's representative in this meeting was the founder of a namesake school of thought that defined the FDR administration's economic policies. For the points, name this 1944 gathering. That is correct for 4 points.
Give me mine. It was I gotcha. Thank you.
All right, toss-up 2. In a long-shot 2006 run in a primary for the U.S. Senate, this person notably jumped into the C&O Canal while wearing a business suit. This author of the 2017 book, The Case for Impeachment, developed one creation based on an earthquake prediction system invented by the Russian geologist Vladimir Kalisz-Barak. In December 2024, this person said that Elon Musk damaged the electorate's ability to vote rationally. For the points, name this author of The Keys to the White. Correct, for 4. Toss-up 3. This letter was sponsored by the American Institute for Economic Research and was touted by Scott Atlas. This letter was authored by epidemiologist Sunetra Gupta, biostatistician Martin Kulldorff, and future NIH director Jay. And that is correct for 6. Toss-up 4. This person coined the term tellurocracy to describe a land expansion-based society in contrast to the Socratic societies. A book by this person titled The Fourth Political Theory rejected democracy, Marxism, and fascism. This person's daughter, Daria, was killed in a 2022 car bombing that was blamed on the National Republican Army. This person who founded the National Bolshevik Party also authored the foundations of geopolitics. Putin's brain is the nickname of, for the points, what far-right Russian philosopher, the founder of Neo-Eurasianism? That is correct for 3. Toss-up 5. In a disquisition on government, John C. Calhoun argued that this situation was impossible and exists purely as a hypothetical. The right to security in life, liberty, and property were listed as the laws of this situation by John Locke in his second treatise on civil government. Life in this situation is called the war of all against all, and solitary, poor, nasty, brutish, and short in Thomas Hobbes's book, Leviathan.
Democracy.
Incorrect. For the points, identify this situation that supposedly preceded the formation of civil society. Prompt?
The non-existent society.
Incorrect. A civil society or government. And that is time, state of nature. Toss-up 6. With Jed Rubenfield, this person published the Triple Package, which was focused on cultural traits of success. This person published an essay called Kavanaugh is a Mentor to Women, and later defended him against sexual misconduct allegations. This person also supported Usha Chilukuri's relationship with J.D. Vance and encouraged him to write Hillbilly Elegy. Incorrect?
Sure.
Yes. And that is for 5.
What was the full?
Wait,
Amy Chua? I will remind the audience of please complete silence. Toss up 7. In the West Wing episode titled for this event, Matt Santos and Arnold Vinnick agreed to a live televised debate while standing in a kitchen. At one of these events, Mitt Romney joked, "It's nice to finally relax and wear what Ann and I wear around the house." Donald Trump.
Town hall.
Incorrect. Donald Trump called Kamala Harris's choice of sending a pre-recorded message. Incorrect.
Allison in dinner.
Correct for 5. Toss up 8. This person has faced controversy for citing the Unabomber as an underrated subversive thinker, as well as for calling a Muslim opponent a terrorist sympathizer. This person co-wrote 0 to 1, a book on startup creation with Peter Thiel. As a political candidate, this person finished second in a primary race to replace Debbie Lesko, losing to Abraham. That is correct for 5. Toss up 9. The Public Eye Awards were given in protest of this organization, which objected to Saudi Arabia's Future Investment Initiative Institute using the name of the host city of its summits. This organization's recent meetings have been titled Rebuilding Trust and Cooperation in a Fragmented World. This organization, which was founded by Klaus Schwab, that is correct for 4.
Yeah. Oh, he already retired.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Toss up 10. This person served as Joe Biden's ambassador to the Holy See, and while in office, this person was ranked the second most conservative Senate Democrat behind only Joe Manchin.
Was it Claire Castleman?
Incorrect. This person faced off against Richard Murdoch, whose loss is attributed to comments about abortion in the case of sexual assault. After replacing 6th-term Senator Richard Lugar, this person was defeated by Mike Braun in the 2018 midterm elections. Correct for 5. Toss up 11. Should we do a score check? Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. I forget that that's back there, so no. Okay. Toss up 11. The construction of this building, which had solar panels installed during a 2014 roof renovation, spared the nearby Sewell Belmont House, the former headquarters of the National Women's Party. This building's lobby and atrium contains the Alexander Calder sculpture, Mountains.
The Sam Rayburn building?
Say it again?
The Sam Rayburn, like, building?
Incorrect. Incorrect. Mountains and Clouds, for which Chris Murphy led restoration efforts. For the points, name this newest congressional building, which was completed in 1982 and named for a Democratic senator from Michigan.
Lee Cummings Senate building?
I'm sorry, incorrect. It's the Philip A. Hart Senate Office Building.
And I see your point, this building is some.
Yes. Toss up 12. The majority decision in this case was written by Sandra Day O'Connor, who applied the undue burden standard. This Supreme Court case, which named the governor of Pennsylvania as the
Case being like record?
That is correct for 5. Toss up 13. This person is the namesake of a center at the Wayne State University Law School that promotes education on legislative oversight. From 2007 to 2015, this person served as the chair of the United States Senate Committee on Armed Services, which oversees the annual National Defense Authorization Act. And this person served on the Detroit City Council for
Is it Debbie Slapman?
Incorrect. From 1970 to 1977. For the points, name this Democratic senator from Michigan who served from 1979 to 2015 and that is correct for 4. Toss-up 14. This constitutional clause was found to be violated by the Line Item Veto Act of 1996, as decided in the case Clinton v. City of New York. This legislative veto was found to violate bicameralism, and this clause indicates immigration. Incorrect. Immigration and Naturalization Service v. Chadha. Per this clause, both the House of Representatives and the Senate must pass an identical law, which is then given for approval by the President. For the points, name this constitutional clause that explains how congressional bills become laws. The presentment clause. All right, one more reminder to the audience to please remain silent. Even whispering carries and it cannot be here. Or otherwise I'll ask you to leave. Toss up 15. This person won an upset mayoral primary against Carl Stokes after Congressman Kwesi Mfume declined to run. And this person served as Joe Biden's commissioner of the Social Security Administration. This person defeated incumbent Governor Bob Ehrlich in a 2006 election, and this person was a candidate in the 2025 election for chair of the Democratic National Committee. This person finished 3rd in the 2016 Democratic, correct, for 5 points. Toss up 16. This person was defeated twice as a Republican candidate in the Kentucky gubernatorial elections in 1871 and 1875. This person authored the majority opinion in Chicago, Burlington, and Quincy Railroad Company, the City of Chicago. Say it again. That is correct. That is for 6 points. Toss up 17. Agencies created through these agreements included the New England Board of Higher Education and the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Article 1, Section 10, Clause 3 of the Constitution says that states are forbidden to enter these things without the consent of Congress.
Treaties.
Incorrect. 18 states have joined one of these things that would give their electoral votes to the
Compacts.
That is correct for 5. Toss up 18. In a 2022 speech to the Federalist Society, this judge called for a boycott of hiring Yale Law School graduates due to alleged cancel culture. In an interview, this judge claimed the president or governor's decision to declare migrants in an invading military force was non-judiciable, thus arguing that birthright citizenship can be halted by executive action. From 2008 to 2010, this judge was the first Asian American to serve as Solicitor General of Texas. For the points, name this Taiwanese American Circuit Court Justice who was appointed by Donald Trump in 2018. And that is time. James C. Ho. All right, toss up 19. This party won a 2024 election as part of a coalition ticket with People's Power. This party's right-wing shift resulted in its expulsion as an observer of the Party of European Socialists in 2023. One leader of this party advanced anti-Western, pro-Russian, global war party conspiracy theory claims following the 2022 invasion of Ukraine. This party, which has won every major election in its country since its formation in 2012, was created by the oligarch Bidzina Ivanishvili.
The Georgian Dream Party.
That is correct for 5. Toss up 20. This person extensively used primary state legislative documents to write the book Lincoln's Preparation for Greatness. This Democrat served as lieutenant governor with Republican Richard Ogilvie and helped craft one state's current constitution. This senator finished second to Dick Gephardt in the 1988 Iowa caucuses, and he was portrayed by future Senator Al Franken on Saturday Night Live. For the points, name this Democratic politician known for his horn-rimmed glasses and bow ties, who is not to be confused with a popular singer of this.
Paul Simon.
That is correct for 4. Toss-up 21. This person faced comparisons to Gary Johnson for asking, "What is a Uyghur?" on a podcast with Hugh Hewitt. Carlos A. Jimenez supported calls for this person to drop out of a presidential race after this person failed to qualify for a debate. This person was the first American politician to take a salary in Bitcoin in 2021, and he supported the renaming of a certain stadium after FTX. The first major Republican to drop out of the 2024 Republican Party. Correct for 4. Gets you back to. All right, toss up 22. In the context of this clause, corporations are not considered citizens according to the case Paul v. Virginia, which involved the insurance industry. In Corfield v. Coriel, this clause and the Commerce Clause were found to have been violated in a New Jersey law that banned non-residents from harvesting oysters. For the points, identify this Article 4 clause of the Constitution, which ensures that states must treat citizens from other states without discrimination. And that is time, privileges, and immunities. Okay, toss-up 23. In 2016, one city concluded that this former city councilor had improperly used influence regarding clients of the company Deco labels and tags. In 2018, a video was released in which this progressive conservative promised developers to open up a big chunk of the Greenbelt, a nature reserve. It is Ford, and that is for 5 points. And just a reminder, aside from the live stream, there is no videoing during this round. Toss-up 24. This term appeared for the first time in a 1979 issue of Virginia's Daily Press, discussing its namesake syndrome. The terms banana and cave are often seen as variations of this concept, whose supporters were found by Michael Gerard to oppose social services, waste disposal facilities, and low-income housing. Regarding racial segregation, redlining can be seen as an extension of this concept as applied to entire neighborhoods. For the points, name this 5-letter acronym referring to opponents of local real estate.
Nini.
Correct. 4. Okay, toss up 25. This person's statue in the U.S. Capitol is displayed alongside Sarah Winnemucca and was requested to be taken down by Brian Sandoval. A piece of legislation named for this person resulted in the creation of the subversive activity. Say it. That is correct for 6. Okay. Toss up 26. One organization founded by this person was the subject of the documentary 16 Decisions. This person proposed the creation of the anti-corruption Nagoric Shakti political party, and this person founded one financial institution at the University of Chittagong after Incorrect? After a 1974 famine. This person received the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006 for work with Grameen Bank, and this person formed.
Yusuf.
Incorrect. And this person formed an interim government in 2024 as the chief advisor to President Mohammed Shahabuddin. For the points, name this Bangladeshi economist a pioneer of microcredit and microfinance? Time, Muhammad Yunus.
Well, I don't know.
I'm sorry?
I have to listen to the whole thing.
I needed the last name.
You said,
Yeah, I said you so.
yeah, let's do next.
I'll do this. So.
Yeah.
I did not hear what I needed to hear, so.
Yeah.
Toss up 27. Shalonda Young directed this office during the Biden administration. Neera Tanden was nominated by Joe Biden to head this office before the revelation of controversial tweets attacking Republican senators. Mick Mulvaney served as director of this office from 2017 to 2020 during the first Trump administration, and the current head of this office founded the Center for Renewing America.
Is it OMB?
It is OMB, and that is for 5 points. Toss up 28. In 1997, this politician was sentenced to prison for radical hatred after reading the soldier's prayer in violation of Article 312 of the Penal Code. As Prime Minister, this
Heard again?
say it again.
Heard again?
That is correct for 5 points. Congratulations. All right, toss up 28. Toss up 29. In a 2022 electoral victory, this person fended off primary challenges from Louis Gohmert and George P. Bush. This person sues. That is correct for 6. Good buzz. Toss up 30. This agency was sued by Sela Law LLC in a Supreme Court case which ruled that the president could remove its director. The lawsuit, English v. Trump, concerned who would lead this agency after its first director, Richard Cordray, resigned, with Donald Trump choosing Mick Mulvaney as the replacement. This agency's creation was enabled by the Dodd-Frank Act and was proposed by Elizabeth Warren. For the points,
Consumer Protection Agency?
incorrect?
CFPB.
CFPB is correct, yes. That is for 4 points. That's not correct. Okay, toss up 31. This person was criticized for sitting while greeting leaders during APEC Peru 2024. This politician is known for an interest in military vehicles, and this person built a model of the Admiral Kuznetsov for a Russian defense minister's visit. Yoshihide Suga serves as the deputy to this politician, who was a runner-up to Shinzo Abe in 2012 and 2018 leadership elections.
Kishida?
Incorrect. Fumio Kishida was succeeded by, for the points, what leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, the current Prime Minister of Japan. Ishiba. Toss up 32. This party and its candidate became known as the Barbarians of the North, and this party was supported by Clavier's ladies. The Green Ecological Party joined with this party in the Alliance for Change, and this party's candidate was able to win the 2000 election, marking the first opposition party presidential candidate to win one country since 1911. Vicente Fox and Felipe.
Mexico?
Incorrect.
Pen?
Yes, for 5. Toss up 33. This woman won a 2022 primary election against Mo Brooks after Donald.
It is Katie Britt.
Correct for 6. Katie Britt.
Senator from Alabama.
Toss up 34. This leader's party emerged from the National Alliance and uses a tricolor flame symbol derived from one country's social movement. As president of the European Conservatives and Reformist Party, this person shifted from Euroscepticism to support of Ukraine against Russian aggression. This founder of the Brothers of Italy, incorrect? Correct for 5 points. Sorry,
I have no.
that is 4 points, I'm sorry. All right, final question here, toss up 35. This group acquired the policy review from the Heritage Institution in 2001. This group produces a podcast called Uncommon Knowledge, which is hosted by Peter Robinson, and this group's fellows have included Niall Ferguson, H.R. McMaster, and Jim Maddox. This group is symbolized by a Spanish-style tower housing its archives, and Condoleezza Rice has served. Incorrect. Has served as director of this group since 2020. For the points, name this right-wing think tank named for the only U.S. president to graduate from Stanford. Sorry? That is correct. And that is correct for 3 points. We have William Bow coming in 6th place. Finishing in 5th place, we have Patrick Finan. Finishing in 4th place, we have Henry Berger. Finishing in 3rd place, we have Rohan Venugopal. Finishing in 2nd place, Raghav Sampath. And our champion for JP for Junior Varsity Political Science B is Ayan Mohapatra. Hold on, everybody, you should be very, very proud of yourself. All right. I think that is it for competition for today, so good luck.